close the thing, drop the pipe on the floor, get back in the tractor, drive over the pipe. So yeah, it would be nice to do this field as well, but I don't think we're going to have nearly enough. Although we do have a ton of silage to take down to the BGA. That's 3 days before that's going to be ready to go. And I kind of want to get this field and the one to our southeast planted as soon as possible. Okay. Line up approximately on the wheel marks that are already there. Get us driving at 180. Come on. Oh, I got my foot brake, that's why. 180. Extend the boom. And tell the worker to do his thing. I think that works because the tractor is on a piece of ground that needs to be done, and the worker looks at it and says, oh, I need to move forwards. On some bits of equipment that doesn't work quite as well. Now, question, do I need to move the truck? Not seeing it. Supposedly, Farm Sim 22, the workers are going to be a little bit more intelligent. So they might not drive halfway through a hedge before realising there's stuff on the other side of the hedge that they can't do a loop through. Anyway, he's doing his thing. Let's go back and check on this guy. How are we doing? The thing is, this is a very slow job. It's still 9 miles an hour, probably faster than the harvester goes, but I can leave this guy going all day and not really worry about it. That's a plan. Let's go get our sheep some grass while we're muddling around here. I jumped through the vehicle I want. Where is it? ACO 38, not 1038. Welcome to Challenger, indeed. Let's go find our mowers. Where the heck did I store them? Now for this job I only need the front mower. The front mower doesn't work on the class, which is unfortunate. Where did I put... Oh, the mowers are in the top field. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we're going to have to drop the weight too. Oh, let's just leave that there. How about that? So I really don't need all this heavy equipment to do this job. And normally I'd probably use a mid-sized tractor for this one. I have to use the Challenger when I'm using the full mowing kit, because I don't really have a top-end 200 horsepower tractor that can do what I need to be done, that can run the mowing kit on its own. So we're using the Challenger to do the mowing because there's a bug with this front mower and more than one mod tractor that I am aware of. I can't remember what mod tractor Daggerwin was using, but this front mower didn't work on that tractor, and the front mower doesn't work on the class. So which again is a mod tractor that I'm using. Okay, I'm going to go down to the bottom sheep field just because it's got grass, and the only reason we have grass down there is for stuff. For keeping the trough topped up, the food trough topped up. So again, I don't mind driving through this grass or anything like that because we're really not using it for much. Oh, and already. Okay, we'll take care of the slurry thing just because. Oops. Again, this field almost done, so I don't know that we're actually going to need another trip down to the BGA for this field. But we've used about 3 tanker loads on this field, which means we're going to need substantially more for field 2. And obviously we only have 1 more tanker load at the BGA, so I think we're going to have to bite the bullet and just say, oh well, this field is going to be no nitrogen content. We're going to be very expensively putting down paid for fertilizer. But this one will be very cheap, almost negligible fertilizer usage. So I think what we'll do here is we'll finish off this corner just down here and manually run the headlands, and we'll be done with the fertilizing, and then probably hitch this up to the seeder and actually get something in the ground. I could do the crazy and actually put barley in all of these fields, and then when it's harvested I could put corn in all the fields and do the foraging. But I don't intend to get a big forage harvester. I'm going to get the small tractor haul thing. Are we full? I suppose I could look. Yeah. Sounds like it stopped pumping, so we can shut that. We can. Hello. Okay. Do that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so digestate tank is relatively full, but yeah, getting a tractor hauled forager it's going to be hard work just for one field, let alone 2 or 3, especially these, which are very big fields. So well, we did triticale already. I'm probably going to look at what else can we put? Maybe spelt, because we haven't done that. I think I've got some spelt. Get back to 0 degrees again. There we go. And helper on. So really not a lot of coverage for this corner either. Okay, I'm gonna have to get the topper over here and do all these bits as well. I could do that manually, and then we could start the harvester off. How about that as a plan? Oh no, I was going to cut the grass. Let's cut some grass first. Let's get the sheep happy. Because our sheep in that top field are decidedly miserable. Welcome to Challenger. As mentioned before, this tractor's actually, I mean, as it says, it's the AGCO 1038. Oh, I need to unfold it. Which basically means you can have it in Fendt colours as well as Challenger colours, and Fendt Gens Forestry Edition as well. Okay, we need about 4,000 litres of grass, I think, about that. So we'll just cut round about that much. I might do a little bit more. Yeah, we'll do a little bit more. We'll come out and then we'll head back to the gate. So yeah, all of those silage bales in front of us need to be picked up and taken down to the BGA. And then again, part of the plan is if we can get these, I'll be testing the troughs in this field. Obviously during the winter this is going to not be growing grass anymore, so there won't be an auto replenishment on the feed trough. And we'll have to find something else. I'm hoping that clover will work. As I said, I'm having problems with the top field in clover. Forward a bit, collect the rest of it, that's it. Lift the thing and turn it off. But then if I can get something that will replenish these food troughs that isn't grass, I can get rid of this loading wagon. I don't need it anymore. I'd like not to have it. Now obviously when we start foraging corn, I'm going to need a forage wagon for that. I'll probably get one of the big class forage wagons. And we'll store the maize directly in our bunker silo. I think that's a valid option. We have a bunker silo extension that allows you to put pretty much anything in there, including our sugar beets and our potatoes. So that's what I will be using later on today. Squeak! Okay, you can unload. I'll jump out, grab the broom and do some sweeping. Okay, so we didn't use an awful lot. That should mean that those sheeps are happy. That's probably a full bale of clover silage that we can put there. That's definitely not. So I guess later today I'll definitely put a silage bale up here. Clover hay, yeah, we'll see. And we'll definitely need to do a run out with the sugar beets. A crate thereof. Did I fill that water up? Oops. Hold up. Yes, I did. Okay. So those sheep's health should increase again. So that grass will be good for mid-fall, day 6, and then we'll have to look at it again. Helperie's tank is empty. How much did you do? Dude, where are you? I think what I'm doing here is probably very bad. I should already have compacted this and covered it. But it's just something I can do with the extra grass. Come on. I went to Town Road. There we go. Okay, I was pressing the wrong button. So yeah, I think technically I should have compacted this and covered it already, and not doing so would generally be risking the product rotting. Okay. Oh, come on, drop. Thank you. Of course, the other issue I have there is I'm not going to be able to manoeuvre this mower back where I got it from with the just put it in the first bay, just because that's going to be a little bit easier because the tractor will be straighter. But yeah, having that hitch to the back is just going to make it all sorts of problems trying to manoeuvre. And we're stuck on the pole again. There we go. Okay, we can drop that there. Go back and get the loading wagon and take it down. So yeah, my main silage is all cut and wrap or cut bale and wrap rather than put it in a silo and cover it. And we did that originally, but I do find it very difficult to unload. After about 3 or 4 trailer loads, you start grounding out the hitch and it just gets very, very tricky to unload. So I just don't. Yeah. The bales is easier to manage. Plus, you know, the bales I can leave in the field for a day. I can go back tomorrow and I can pick them all up. Not so much during spring because obviously, or early summer, because there is going to be a second and maybe third cut. And I don't want to be driving over the field when that's a potential thing that's, you know, you're going to destroy, or at least you're going to reduce the crop's maturity, and that can be a problem because it delays your ability to get a good cut out of the field. So I pull the bales out of the field immediately. But then we've got, you know, a few days to take them down to the BGA because it's going to take 3 days for them to ferment. So it's not such a big deal there to get them all done immediately. I can just... Oh, there's nobody else in here. All the medium tractors are out. Okay, you're done with. You're just waiting. You ran out because for some reason you've ended up in the sheep field. I didn't need that done. Okay. Well, we're going to get some good yield off the grass in this corner of the field, which I really don't care about. I guess I'm not going to patch the rest of this field. That's, as I said, that's fine. But yeah, the sheep fields I just keep grass. Yeah, I plant a grass crop in there just so that we can keep their food troughs topped up. I don't care what the yield is, and at the moment the yield in that field is nothing because the grass isn't growing yet. I could have kind of thought it would start already, but not. Oh, tea's getting a little on the cold side. So I think that's all of the slurry we're going to be doing this year. There might be a late slurry availability, but to be fair, we're just not going to get a chance to use it because all of our crops, the potatoes, are being harvested right now, and once they're done, that feels a little tight anyway. I want to be planting stuff in the remaining fields, so take this down to the backyard. So yeah, if I'd ended up with any slurry left in this tanker, I would offload it into that field replenishment unit that's parked off to the side there. We'll park this next to it. Because I have had issues with that tanker wandering a little. So yeah, we'd offload into the FRC there, and anything in the truck we'd offload as well. But it's only 55,000 litres, so it's not a great deal of stuff. So I do not need to cultivate or plough either of those two fields. We need to mow that one there. So this is the seeder, which it's a direct seeder, so we can just throw stuff in the ground regardless of cultivating or anything else. Now, I think I have some spelled seed. So I'll do that. But on this map, this geo, the barley you can plant and then you can plant corn. So you can get 2 harvests per year. Okay, what do we have? We have grass, we have not enough wheat, we have canola, that's not going in that field. We have oilseed radish, a lot. Sugar beets, not planting that. Sunflowers, not planting that. Triticale, we could plant that, although we did that last time. We've got lots of spelt. So, what we'll do is Superman and oops, drag this out there. We'll get in there, start it reloading, and we'll drag the barley back in that shed. Well, we will fly the barley back into that shed. And we'll turn super strength off. Whoops. So we don't go flying around everywhere. Okay, so we have 1800 litres of spelt. I have no idea. Actually, should check planting conditions. Spelt 41 degrees Fahrenheit. It's more than that, and we're good to plant it all through to spring. So this is a good crop to plant. Let's go do the planting. We'll probably need to go to the store and buy some more spelt seed. Kind of hoping we can get at least this field planted. Before I have to go shopping. We'll need to do that one as well. I do both of these fields with the same thing. Just because it's easier to logistically to harvest and pull all the crop down to the farm. So I think what we'll do, we'll run a headland just to contain the worker. And then we'll set a worker off to plant the field itself. Actually, what I should do is run around here, since this has nitrogen in it. It's 120 out of 160, so we're going to have to add a little bit of fertilizer to the field in order to get that to ideal levels. I'm okay with that. And then once that's done, obviously the field to our south, field 2, is going to need pretty much, what did I say, it was 160, we've got 100, so we've got to add 40 kilos per hectare of nitrogen to the field. That's going to be a very light load, but then field 2 is going to need probably 120 kilos per hectare fed to it. And the edges of this field also will need about 120 kilos per hectare, but it's not a large amount of the field, that's the thing. And I'm missing bits there, so we will fix that. Oh, I'm completely messing this up. Straighten that up to there. Go the header, or the planter. Okay. Now I'm a little bit more concerned about getting 100% coverage when I'm planting a money-making crop, because I want to maximize the income from the field. So I prefer not to miss significant portions of it. With oilseed radish, again, that's just adding a nitrogen layer to the field. So if I don't get all of it in one pass, or in one go. It's not quite so significant because we're always adding a little bit more fertiliser to top off the field to ideal nitrogen levels. We're also not